Hi, everybody. It's Jessica, the Dollhouse Curator, and welcome back to the Curated Dollhouse. So, before we get into our new build for this week, I wanted to give you all a final tour of this amazing hole in the wall, elegant jazz club that we created for our last dollhouse. This one was a complete surprise because this idea started out as a treasure hunt and morphed its way into a jazz club. I still love how it turned out, and the bar and the water feature are my absolute favorite parts of this entire dollhouse. When it was time to take the dollhouse down, so we used the closing time song, and I really just thought it would be super cute to take everything out and kind of show the dolls closing down the jazz club, since we were getting ready to tear it down and start our whole new concept for this week. So this concept that we have coming up, y'all, has turned into my absolute favorite idea ever. My youngest son gave me this idea, so once we got everything situated from the prior dollhouse, I started setting up a preliminary concept, and this theme is a dollhouse food show competition. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great way to use a lot of my pieces and to really present like a lot of the new food items and knickknacks that I had picked up for the dollhouse. So we did all of this little stuff, and instead of doing a regular video this time, I am going to give y'all a preliminary walkthrough and tour of this dollhouse, and I absolutely am falling in love with it, and I hope you all enjoy this one. Hi, everybody. It's Jessica, the Dollhouse Curator, and welcome back to the Curated Dollhouse. So, today I'm doing a quick preliminary video so we can walk through this dollhouse. I am nowhere near having it done, even though it does look done. Y'all, please forgive, it's really not. So, this dollhouse is my cooking show competition dollhouse. So, I have set up a bunch of different little scenes that make sense once I explain it. So we have our battle kitchen over here. We have our pantry right here. And then we have our little contestants lounge room here. Up here, I'm doing a bakery. I know y'all are thinking, why a bakery? I'll explain that in a few minutes. And then up here, we have our restaurant and judging area. So I'm going to start down here just real quick. So here in the battle kitchen, I had these two fully convertible kitchens that I made over a few months ago. And when my youngest son gave me the idea to do like a master chef type cooking show, I kind of fell in love with it. And to keep from having to make a bunch of generic crafts, there we go, I had to clean my camera. To keep from having to make a bunch of generic crafts, I thought using these convertible kitchens would be really fun. And as long as I did something different on each side and tried to make it as like symmetrical as possible, it would make sense and it would work. So on this side, we have our stove and then the dishwasher, microwave, and a sink. I have a little island, and then this is the little table that they would put their food on. And then back here, we're going to put some more shelves with some pots and pans. And then over here, I have the gray team, and we have the gray and white, and then we have the gray and white top, and then we have their little food thing also. So in the kitchen, I'm using a lot of just small little mini foods that I've picked up over the years, as well as MGA Miniverse and foods that I've made, foods that I've bought from Tim U. And I think this area has turned out really cute. And of course, we do have our little camera because we're doing a show. So I had to have the camera in there. And then we have our little area right here where our judges could possibly sit and watch all of the action. Okay, so here in the pantry, I wanted to do something a little fun. So I did like a little area with glasses and liquor. And then here we're making this seem like it's a freezer. And then I have a blast chiller over here. Yeah, this is just coming out of my imagination, y'all. It's a cabinet, but we put a blast chiller because we making ice cream in there. I have my two refrigerators, which I love these. I love this entire kitchen setup. But in my refrigerator here, I can't turn it. I have a bunch of meat crafts that I have made. Okay, well, that's one mini brand spam, but a bunch of meat crafts that I've made from the newspaper. I got that idea from, I think, Adult Doll Collector on Instagram and YouTube. I thought it was a cute, cheap way to have some little stuff in the refrigerator. And then here we have our milk and juice and fruits and all of the stuff that they can make as they're going through. And then over here, I just have a little island area set up for right now. And then here is our little contestants chill area when they're not cooking. This is nowhere near complete. Actually, the entire dollhouse is not complete because I keep wanting to move things around and make it work, but I wanted to get y'all a video out on at least what I've got set up preliminarily here. Up here to the bakery. So I wanted to put a bakery in this one for two reasons. Number one, usually on the food shows, they have some kind of restaurant takeover or pop-up shop thing. And I thought, well, for this one, because I love rearranging stuff and having so much fun, maybe I could do like a team thing where they have to create a bakery pop-up shop. So this is my little bakery that I've set up so far. And I also thought that maybe one of the judges owns this big old bakery, which is what makes her a wonderful judge for the competition. But I'm not 100% sure how we're going to use this one. But I do think like a team makeover would be fun. I could set it up one way for one team, set it up a different way for another team, and make it work like that. And then I can continue to rearrange stuff. And then over here, this is our judging area. So we have our blue and gray team aprons that are hung up because they actually haven't gotten their aprons yet. We have our two judges. We actually have three judges, but I'm explaining here in a minute. So these two dolls are playing our guest judges. So I loved using them because of the like very colorful hair. I thought they fit together. And this guy reminds me of, I think his name is Joe from MasterChef. Yeah. So that's why his arms are crossed like that. And then she is like the little bakery, just super sweet and colorful judge, like the Paula Abdul from American Idol. And then here we have our Leto doll, which is my Fashionista 212. You know I love this doll. I love this doll like I love my Cleo doll and my President doll. It is something about that smile that is just gorgeous on him. And he plays our main host and judge because in our dollhouse, he is our foodie doll. So we're leaning into that. And in this area, most of these shows do have like a restaurant takeover type thing. So I was thinking either a restaurant takeover concept or just an area where the contestants can sit while they're being judged, you know, going through. So yeah, in my head, there are 500 ideas on what I can do with this area, but I really do like it so far. And then back to the bakery so you can kind of see some of the areas. I've used a lot of my Make It mini foods in this one. Yeah, I have a lot of them. So I have used almost all of them in this area. And then some of my old bakery crafts. I only have one of them in here. Yeah, I have two of these, but I only have one up in here right now. And then down here, again, these are like my little favorite parts. My youngest son did have the idea. I do love it, but he does continue to tell me that this does not look like a food show right yet, which is why it's not finished. So we are also going to put a big old sign up here for Dollhouse Chef, or whatever I call it. And then we will have the aprons to tie to the different teams. And it's going to be super fun. So if you do not follow me on Instagram, I definitely recommend you start following me on Instagram, Dollhouse Curator on Instagram as well, because I'm going to be posting like reels and series as we go through, because we're going to do this dollhouse. Once it's done, it's going to be up for a minute because I have this whole entire competition concept in my head. So we're going to go from our 6 contestants down to our 1 grand prize winner. What is that grand prize going to be? I have no clue. But since we are the Dollhouse Curator, that grand prize may be a full-on like dollhouse scene winner's mansion. You never know with me. So anyway, I'm going to stop now. Thank y'all for showing up for this quick little walkthrough of our dollhouse in progress. Yes, I know it doesn't look in progress, but I promise it is. And it's going to be completely and totally different probably in another 3 hours because I keep moving stuff. But thank y'all for coming to visit. Y'all are welcome back anytime in the Dollhouse, at the Dollhouse Curator and in the Curated Dollhouse. And we will see y'all next week with a whole new build and a whole new concept. Bye, y'all. Actually, probably won't be a whole new build, but it will definitely be completely different from what you're seeing this time. Bye, y'all.